Hello and welcome to the Cove with more FTL. We're trying out the stealth ship again today. We're going to try and make our way a little bit further, hopefully to a victory, and who knows, maybe even pick up an achievement or two along the way. But again, we will see how that all goes. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start. We have special information that we need to get to our people and put an end to the rebel fleet. So either way, let's go ahead and jump right on in, since there's not much else to do. Put a little bit of power towards our engines, let's put a little bit of power towards our weapons. Let's make sure that everybody is saved into their current positions. Yep, we want weapons, piloting, and engineering. Let's go ahead and jump and see what we can do. So, let's see what's in store. The distress beacon is coming from a civilian ship. It appears it's being chased by pirates. Well, you know what, let's go ahead and aid the civilian ship. We need to pick up some scrap early on if we're going to get some shields. So let's go ahead and see what they've got. Alright, laser, a beam. Not liking the beam, but luckily I think we can dodge this first salvo. So let's just keep a careful eye, and let's go ahead and dodge. Let's fire off our dual lasers. We'll target their... No, we'll target their weaponry first. Again, try and make sure that we stay alive. Let's cut through... as much as we possibly can. Yep, take care of some of their weapons. That beam is now useless. Their engines are cooked. Oh, and of course, we didn't do enough damage, so that not having shields means they can do some pretty serious damage. Alright, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just focus on their damage output. Make sure that that goes down nice and quickly. Mini beam, let's cut through their oxygen shields and engines. And then, you know what? Whatever hits first is, well, good enough for me. Alright, 2 damage straight up. Not the worst for our first engagement. The pirate ship breaks apart and you hasten to contact the civilian ship. Alright, 15 scrap, 2 fuel, and a drone part. The civilian ship wisely made a fast retreat while you were distracted. Okay, well, fair play, I suppose. It's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and jump, and I guess we're going to go ahead and engage here. We'll see what we can find. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon, and you see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. Alright, they have some missiles, they have some lasers. It's going to be a rough one, but I think we're going to go ahead and attack them anyway. Again, all of this scrap to get those shields early on is going to be important, so I think it's worth doing. If we can dodge the missile, that's going to be the main thing that I think is going to be important. But again, we'll take this one step at a time. Let's go and wait for a full salvo here. Yep, we can dodge. Alright. Oh, luckily a little bit of that missed. Let's go ahead and target their weapons. Again, we must take out as much as possible. We'll make our way across there. Alright, at least their missile is down. Not the best, but it could be worse. Let's go with the dual lasers. Again, let's focus on taking out that weapon system of theirs. If we can stop them from firing their weapons, that's fantastic, and it looks like we can. Alright, dual lasers. Let's go ahead and target the shield generator, and then we'll go and use our mini beam. We can happily put a whole heap of damage on target. We will not accept surrender. No, 9 scrap is nowhere near enough for us to have a reasonable chance of survival. Let's go ahead and keep everything else up and running. This should be fairly easy. If they make any shots, we'll go ahead and cloak, but I doubt they'll get any of their weapon systems up and running. There we go. A solid victory. The ship explodes, now leaving 18 scrap as opposed to their 9 that they offered. Definitely a good call. Alright, let's go ahead and jump. I think that'll be ideal. Ooh, another possible ship. Intriguing. You know what? Yes, we will absolutely make the most of this. Then maybe we'll swing back around, see if we can find something good in the sector. Okay, so do jump into the system. A pirate advances on your position. They are refusing hails. Prepare for a fight. Alright, well, can't do too much about that. We're going to have a couple of lasers. Unfortunately, they're not the same weapon, so their charging times will probably be different. But we will do what we can. And let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just see what happens. Let everything charge up. Let's go for the dual lasers against their weaponry. That's one solid hit, and now we can cut through... Yeah, I think we definitely go for the weapons right now. We need to make sure that they do not make any progress, and it looks like we can cut through 3 rooms. So I'll take what I can get. Any quick amounts of damage is good. We did secure all of that damage against their weapon system, so they're out of commission. Let's go for their shields next and see if we can do some damage. Some, but not enough. Let's go again and we'll retarget. I don't think they will have time to recharge by the time we can get our cloaking back, so we should be safe. And then mini beam, we need 3 more points of damage. So you know what? Start in the shield bay, work our way down. Alright. Taking 1 hit is well and truly alright. Alright, 12 scrap, 2 missiles, and a drone part have been salvaged. Okay, yeah, we're very lucky too. As it hit our oxygen, we managed to resist the subsystem damage, which is incredibly nice. Oh, and there's already a store? Ooh. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to jump over here, try and take another fight. We can always come back towards it, but I think we may end up revisiting this spot and just seeing what is available, because if we can jump around and get a few more pieces of scrap, I'm definitely willing to try and go for a first sector shield generator. That would be very nice. A missile shoots across your bow when the jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. We weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. You know what? Let's be a hero. Let's attack the pirates. Alright, so it breaks its pursuit and locks weapons onto your ship. As you wish. They do have missiles, they do have a single shot laser. We will do our best to evade, but if we can do what we did in that last one, I think we'll be okay. Alright, dual lasers. Let's go ahead and target their weaponry, please. Thank you. Let's go from mini beam. We'll cut all the way through what we can. Oh, and we already set fire to that. And took out all of their weapons. This is fantastic. Fine, our previous offer was not generous enough. Let us improve it. No. No. That's a solid opening right there. Let's go ahead and get those dual lasers targeting their shields. This, if they strike, should be a very powerful... Oh, they have a little bit of extra? Oh. Okay, that's kind of not what I wanted, but you know what? It's going to be fine. Let's just go ahead and get the shots on target. As soon as one of them hits the shields, they are toasted. There we go. That's what we're talking about. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap material. You examine the ship you just saved. Upon closer inspection, you realize that the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. Ooh. Destroy the ship and salvage it, or use the leverage you gained by saving their lives to convince them to delay the pursuing fleet. Now, we're going for bonus scrap right now. That we will. You strip the ship of anything useful and will leave its crew to hope help arrives. An extra 10 scrap and a missile and a drone part is fairly solid. If we can get another 53 scrap, we can afford the store. Well, the shield generator, if we have, yeah, if there is one, of course, available. But let's see if they have that first. Transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travelers. Send down an away party to check it out. And they do have shields. Oh, they have shields. They even have a nice burst laser Mark III. Oh, wow. Burst laser Mark I, that's also not bad. I think that would probably do more than our mini beam, but that'll only sell for 10. So I don't think we can afford this right now, but it's really nice to know that we have these options. Let's go ahead and close. Let's see if we can jump towards... Oh. Okay, so there's 4 ships that we might be able to scrap for a decent amount. I think what we do is we go over here. Actually, you know what? No, we can probably get to them last. Let's jump over there. And then we'll see about maybe going down here. And then making our way back through. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tight push, but I think we can. 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Then we'll do 4. You know what? Maybe we don't have enough time. You know what? We're going to go ahead and just scout all of these that we can see. Yeah. We're just going to go for what's actively available. Alright, you recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. Well, unfortunately, we don't really have the scrap to spare, even though an extra rent would be nice. We're going to attack the slavers. If they're willing to give one to us for free, that would be particularly nice. But if not, the scrap is also not a bad thing either, so it's not the end of the world no matter which way it goes. Alright, so they're doing their thing. Let's quickly go ahead and evade. Let's fire off our dual lasers towards their weapons. Let's take out their weapons systems. Go. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Alright, a little bit of fire, no oxygen. Their shields are... Oh, sorry, their weapons are not looking too good. Weapons are already targeted again. Yeah, this should be fairly quick and effective if both shots hit, which they do. No damage coming in whatsoever. Let's go ahead and target them one more time, and then we'll follow through with the beam. I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried a bargain, but it is what it is. Scrap was necessary. The slave ship is destroyed, and they won't continue their evil trade, but many lives were probably lost on that ship. Yes, but we gained 19 scraps, so we're almost there. We need the 125. Let's go ahead and make sure that our crew is as healthy as possible. Again, an early loss here would be absolutely devastating. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're safe in that regard. Now, let's go ahead and jump. Oh, so many ships for us to pull apart. I think we dive down here, down there, up here, and then we'll see about whatever have you. Yeah, maybe we should have tried to tell them to slow the pursuit. I just didn't realize this was going to be such a smorgasbord of options. Oh well, it is what it is. A rebel ship has been patrolling this region. As soon as you arrive, it begins its assault. Alright then. Oh, and they have a drone? Uh-oh. That is not ideal. That is far from ideal. It does look like they have a mini beam as well. So, I think what we do is, as you start to get into position, let's hit our cloaking and avoid any incoming damage. We will then do our absolute best to make sure this salvo is as effective as possible. Back on quickly. Alright, dual lasers. Weapons. First shot hits. Let's follow through with the second. Wait a second. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll hit their drone, their shields, and their weapons. Come on, take out that beam. Okay. We're relatively okay. Oh, wait. We may be in a little bit of danger here. If we open this and that burns down, we're not going to be able to shut this. Ah, darn. That is not good. Let's send the only two who can fight fires while still maintaining a little bit of ability to avoid damage. Yeah, we're gonna have to do what we can. Dual lasers, let's get them focused upon their shielding, or, you know, no, let's go for the... We're gonna have to wait for a full salvo, unfortunately. If we waste this here, we're gonna be toasted. Right, come on, first shot, we need you to hit. Let's go ahead and cut back through all of that. That should be a kill. Alright, it appears it's powering up its FTL, trying to escape. Well, luckily for us, we just took care of that. Alright, minimize the damage, and 18 scrap is recovered. Okay. Let's fix this up. Let's get some healing. And I think we might be in an alright position to go ahead and get that scrap. Yeah, that would be very, very nice. Let's just disengage that for a second. We'll go ahead and heal these two. If we can just find enough scrap and have the rebels not catch up to us, this could be an incredibly good start for us, which is something that we could... Well, it would never be bad for us. Let's see. Another one, another two. I think we have the time. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump down here, jump up there. Yeah, again, we only need 16 scrap at this point, so that should be 2 more battles. We can even go through there and then maybe cut our way back down again. Yeah, we're going to try and take these engagements as best as possible. Alright, you barely have time to register the jump completion before your ship warns you of an incoming ship with weapons hot. Ah, man, okay. Well, at least they don't have drones. They do have a missile and all lasers, so we do need to make sure that we cloak at an appropriate time. Let's let this charge while they charge, and they fire in unison. Fantastic. So we'll dodge those as best as possible. Let's get that dual laser going. First shot lands fairly and then let's cut from A to B. In fact, you know what? It's not terrible that their systems are across the hall from each other. Yeah, that takes care of their shielding. Let's go ahead and then go... You know what? I'd rather not get hit if at all possible. The shields will take a little bit of time to repair since that is a mantis. So let's go our dual lasers against their weaponry, avoid any incoming fire. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet, and there we go. That is that done away with. The mini beam is now ready, so now we can slice and dice till our heart is content. And I think we'll make some pretty solid, you know what, they don't have a medbay or anything. Let's just go ahead and cut through their engines and make it as probable as possible that our shots land. No, we will not accept surrender. You don't get to try and, yeah, kill us like that and then just be let off the hook. It is not that easy. Let's get that dual laser working once again upon those weapons, and there they go. Looks like we hit an ammo bin. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap, and there we have it. We have what we need. We can get our shields in the first sector. Okay, this is phenomenal. Yeah, one jump here, one jump there, then I think we're going to have to make a quick and hasty move to the exit. But it looks like this could be very well in our favor. Alright, by the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid the fight. Alright then. Well, do they have any combative drones? The answer is apparently no. So we're just dodging that one laser, which I am totally alright with. Go ahead and do just that. Alright, dual lasers, I think. Let's go ahead and fire those off. Let's target their weapon system, of course. First shot hits their shields. Now we can follow through from... You know what? Let's cut through their engines, their shields, weapons, and some empty room. And the ship appears to be powering up its FTL, trying to escape. Well, good news for us is that we've done some solid damage there, so that'll take a while for them to get their FTL going. Again, you need a pilot for that to function, or the autopilot feature. Let's go ahead and follow up with some lasers against their shields once again. First one lands. Let's cut through again. I think... wait a second. I think that should be enough for a victory. Yep, there we go. Fantastic. Another 3 fuel, drone parts, and a bunch of scrap. Fantastic. Alright. Everyone's still healthy. We didn't take any damage. Let's go to that store. Let's pick up these shields. Oh, this is so incredibly nice for us this early on. That is phenomenal. I really wish we could afford some of these extra things, but again, you can only do what you can do. I would almost... Yeah, I would sell our dual shot laser if for some reason we were able to improve. If we were able to upgrade some of our weapons, we absolutely would, but it is what it is. And you know what? Do we go for a little bit of extra healing? Well, let's see. With 16 scrap, we can't afford anything, so yes, I think that that is going to be our best bet. Do this while it is cheap, and I think we're going to be very well off now. Alright, let's send a little bit of power from our engines to our shields. We now have a little bit more survivability. Let's jump. I think... Ooh, you know what? I reckon we actually might get 2 more jumps in. I reckon if we jump here on this next one, this will go to about there. And so we should be able to get both of these covered. Yeah, we're going to go for broke. We're going to go for everything. I'm feeling confident. Another unmanned ship patrols the area. You prepare the ship for combat. No problemo. Okay. They have a drone, which is now negated by that shield, so we're safe. We only have to worry about that weapon system there, those missiles. We'll go ahead and... You know what? Let's turn off the oxygen. Let's go for a little bit of extra evasion. Oh, and it's a beam drone too, so that's even less important. Fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and cloak. And let's go ahead and fire our dual lasers. Let's go straight for their weapon system. Bip-da-bop. And then let's go for a mini beam. Let's cut through, and again, we need to make sure that that weapon gets disabled. Yeah, this is going to be fairly easy. Dual lasers. Let's go ahead and focus on their shields next, just in case. Still waiting for that mini beam, just in the worst case scenario. Hit their engines as well, and I think we just go ahead and power up our oxygen once again. They're not going to be able to make any FTL jumps as they don't have shields and they don't have... Well, they don't have engines, sorry. The shields don't really do too much. And there we go. Another victory already. Fantastic. 17 scrap, 1 missile, and 1 drone part will do nicely. Let's jump to the next spot, and it looks like our estimations were accurate. Fantastic. This is probably the best start we've had. Alright, an especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members, and the rest can go free. Well, hold on a second. No. We can't. We're not flying this thing with 2. We're going to go ahead and never surrender. We will take care of you. Alright, so let's have a look at what they've got. They have 1 weapon that can target our shields, not much more, I'm pretty sure that's a single shot. Missile, we do need to be somewhat careful of, but I think we can slice and dice this thing down fairly quickly. I think we're in a very solid position. Alright, let's dodge. Let's go ahead and fire our dual lasers at their weapon systems. First shot on target. Let's cut through their shields. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's cut through their shields, engines, and can we finagle the oxygen systems too? No, but you know what? That's fine. I'm happy with 3 damage. The enemy ship appears to be powering up FTL. It's trying to escape. Yes, that is true, but it looks like your engines are on fire and you don't have a pilot engaged with the helm. So I guess you're kind of in trouble. Yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and fire up on their shields. That'll do nicely. Mini beam, let's follow through once more. Let's cut out their bridge and their shields, just to be doubly sure. And it looks like all targets were hit. The slave ship destroyed. They won't continue their evil trade, but many lives were probably lost. Yes, well, if they had have offered us a crew member, I would have been willing to take it. An early crew member would have also been rather nice, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Alright, so we've made it to the long-range beacon. When the FTL driver is charged, you can jump. A civilian colonist, loyal to the rebel cause, are present on a nearby planet. It looks like they are currently receiving a supply shipment and could be useful. Well, you know what? Do we attack the rebels? I think we do. Let's attack the rebels. Might get some extra scrap. Realistically, we're already at the beacons, so it's not like they're going to catch up. And, yeah, let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so they have a bomb and a laser weapon of some kind. I think this shouldn't be terrible. Could be concerning depending where their first shots go, but it sort of is what it is. Let's go for our dual lasers. Let's go for their weapon system, of course. And then... Oh, they're about to fire, so let's go ahead and we'll cloak. And then mini beam, let's cut across here and see if we can disengage their weapons, which we can. Haha. Alright, fantastic. In fact, they have no weapons at all. This is fantastic. Dual lasers, let's get those ready. Let's focus on their shielding. Let's cut through their oxygen, their shields, and their engines. Yeah, these guys are dead to rights. They have very little chance of doing anything good. Go ahead and make sure that those shields stay down just in case. But it looks like that was the kill shot. Alright, with the rebel ship destroyed, you take the time to collect what little scrap remains. They had already made their delivery to the civilians. Steal the civilian supplies or leave them alone. You know what? The rebels are about to catch up to this part of the sector, so realistically, even if we do steal something that is crucial to them, they'll be able to have that fixed up in a matter of hours. So let's go ahead and do just that. The colonists hand over supplies. It is mostly of equipment used for automated farming, but you can make use of it as you leave your receiver message. This is why the rebels will always have support. Yeah, well, that 9 scrap, that's going to do very nicely for us. Alright, that is fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump to the next sector. That is fantastic. Do we go for the pirates or do we go for the rebels? I think we're going to go for some combat if possible. We have some good shielding already. We're fantastic on health. Yeah, potentially we can get some good heals along the way if necessary, but again, the more scrap we earn, the more powerful we become. So let's go ahead and go for the pirate controlled. I think that's good. Also, too, pirates may have some slavers or some crew to be saved. So let's go ahead and try out that. And here we go. So a few years ago, this region was bustling with trade activity. Now it is overrun with bandits and marauders. You should tread lightly here. Well, thank you for the advice, but we will use it in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.